plans because I want to myth bust some things about emails and campaigns and a ton of questions we're getting because there are some fabulous ways to stay in touch with your database using smart plans because they're called smart plans and they're supposed to make our agents smarter, not the clients necessarily or the people getting them. So I wanted to get through some of these myths and show how to send a one-off smart plan so that we know things are going to end up in people's mailboxes.
Right. And let's just start with the basics, right? In order to do a smart plan, you have to have their email and you should really have them tagged.
You should, because one of the problems we're seeing across the board in all email, like I watch many different fields of, this is just not in real estate, but we're seeing emails go down. What we're seeing is people are just select all and sending, and the message is not always for all in your database. The other problem we're seeing is that some of these people you may have had for years and years and years, and you all of a sudden are using a new system, you had never contacted them. So now they're opting out of things. So we're seeing a heavy spam response rate because people are not on permission-based marketing, or we are not hitting the mark with our clients. So the email that's coming to me is not a value add. So I'm going to unsubscribe. It's not that I may not want to hear from you. It's just that you missed the mark with what was important to me. And so now I've got an unsubscribe. The other really difficult thing is when you send to someone and you've got a wrong email or it's in there incorrect and you're consistently sending over and over and over to incorrect, those bounce backs and undelivered actually hurt your spam rating. There's a certain threshold of how many before you're marked as a spammer. So we want to make sure that the messages we're sending, one, we have permission. Two, the info is correct. And three, that the message matches the person on the other end. For example, if I just bought a house with you and you continue to send me your just listeds every day for the first week after, I might get a little aggravated.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Or the deal, God forbid, falls through. But you keep sending me and I choose not to work with you, but the end of your process is a referral or a testimonial. You think I'm going to give you a testimonial, right? So there's some different things we can do. The other really cool thing with our command that you don't see in a lot of other programs is that we are given 5,000 emails to send. Now,
and those 5,000 emails come with the program every single month.
Yes. There's no rollover. It's use it or lose it. Every month the clock resets. And what's really cool is that you are given, if you're going to hit a certain amount, if you're going to go over, you are told that when you've got all these amounts, I've got it right here. If you are going to reach 80%, 85, 90, or 95%, you get a command and an email notification that says you're about to exceed your monthly email usage. And again, they do not roll over and they reset on the first of every month, which is great. So now what goes towards those smart plans? Those emails. Every smart plan that has an email step. So if you are select all and you've got 2,500 people in your database, some you know, some you don't, and you're sending 3 big emailings to everyone every single time, you're going to go over. And you may not get the message to the people that need to see it.
Right. And the coach in me comes out and says, obviously, we know send all generic messages is not the best use of our energy, our time, our audience, right? So when we look at our database, make sure you tag them accurately. Make sure the emails are correct. Here's the other piece. If you send an email and it bounces back, fix it or take it out.
Exactly. Because again, that bounce back hurts you. That bounce back hurts you so much. And you cannot bulk email from your KW Gmail or any Gmail or any email. You have to use an intermediate product like Command in order to bulk email to protect you. Super important. And you only get so many unique KW emails a day on your Gmail side in any workspace. That's not KW, that's Google.
500.
Right, and that's Google. You will be shut down, and we can't open that until a certain amount of time passes. Google will lock you down. So let's talk about the smart plans that are working. Monthly neighborhood nurture could be on everyone. Everyone. Even if you live in a van down by the river has an area and a neighborhood we can show. My favorite way to do this is Ford. And what is Ford, Tiffany?
Family, occupation, recreation, and dreams.
So let me tell you what I love to do with neighborhoods. Family, finding the neighborhood where they live. Occupation, where did they work or where do they work? Recreation, where do they love to vacation? Or do they always go to the same spots?
Yep.
Put it. And dreams, where did they desire to retire?
Mhm.
And we know these from conversations. Can you imagine if you got the phone call and it said, and you said to me, why are you sending me properties near Loon Mountain? And the conversation sounds like this. I noticed you and the family always stay up there. You're always at the same area, same B&Bs. I thought, wouldn't it be great if at some point you could invest in a property up there and use an Airbnb to pay that mortgage while still enjoying the vacation place you love so much?
Yep.
Such a different conversation. So let's show them. I'm gonna share my screen with everyone and show you what the smart plans look like. So now if you are in Command, click that red KW, and what it does is expands the words, and we're going to go over to smart plans, and we're going to go over to library. And when you're in library, these are all the ones that are published by KW and other people like me who write smart plans to help the region. You're going to want to stick to anything that says KW in the beginning. And the monthly neighborhood nurture is the one we're talking about. Add smart plan. If it already exists in your library, it does not allow you to add it again. Here's the other cool thing. You can't add it to someone multiple times. So if I'm already in the monthly neighborhood nurture, you can't add it again, and you can't add the bi-weekly neighborhood nurture, which is wonderful because it means you're not spamming people with things. Here's something important. When you use smart plans, if somebody does not have an email or the desired thing to make smart plans go forward, you cannot add them. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. So now we're in my demo and training environment. It's a little crazy. But if I wanted to put everyone here, birthday smart plan, and I selected everyone, bulk action pops up. When I go add to smart plan, and I find my monthly or birthday, whatever it was I want to put them on, watch this. All these contacts have errors. They either don't have an email, or they don't have a phone number, or they don't have a birthday.
Yep.
So what you can do is export those right from here. It gives you a list of the people with the missing information. Now, here is the most important part of all this. You do not click add to plan anyway, because they're going to fail out. Things are going to bounce back, or they're going to just fail, and you've wasted one of your 5K emails on someone that doesn't have something. So watch this. Remove contacts with errors. It's only going to put these 4 people on a birthday smart plan. That's it. So that is one of the wonderful reasons we use smart plans over email campaigns. So let me stop sharing for a second and we'll talk about that. Email campaigns are being used incorrectly. Email campaigns are not a select all, make a list. Just like any email program, like Constant Contact, MailChimp, it's an email program. So the email program is assuming you have permission because you've gained it and you have an email. Well, our agents aren't doing that and people aren't doing that. What they're doing is they're selecting all, creating an email list, and then sending campaigns out. They're failing. They're failing because we don't have emails. So you see all these errors and you assume none of the emails go out. But what's happening is out of 500 people, say 236 don't have emails, all you see is 236 errors. So it's not that the email didn't go out, it's that the program could not send it. And that's why we don't use email campaigns unless you have the most hyper specific, clean 100% lists. That's different. But our agents don't because there are gaps in their database.
Yep. So thank you for sharing how to do it. And I think that's huge because a lot of people, they're nervous, they're scared, they don't know, so they don't take action. For our teams and our agents that are using other resources, we do these tech analysis where we go through and we look at, okay, what are you running with your business? A lot of folks are using third-party companies, Constant Contact, MailChimp, whatever they are out there. There's hundreds of them. What I love about going in and using our command is, number one, you can have as many people in your database as you want. There's no fee, where some of these companies, if you put 500 people, they charge you X amount a month, whether you email that to them or not.
Correct. And the other thing is you're not getting the feedback in the client file. So when I'm in, Command is its own ecosystem, right? So if I'm working with someone, whatever I send from Command Smart Plans, I'm going to know if I'm hitting the mark because we've got reporting inside Command for that as well. So when you go to reports, you can choose emails. From there, you can see how many were delivered, how many are undelivered, how many got opens, and then the magic. Clicked is the magic. How many people replied, and most important, how many unsubscribed. You can also see where you are in terms of your limits and your reputation metrics, which is, am I a spammer? So if you're being marked as spam constantly, or those undeliverables or bounce backs, boom, 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 boom. You're going to see that here. Watch that bar. That bar is important. So another question a lot of people ask me is, well, how do I build a custom smart plan? And I want you to sit back. I want to just send a one-off email. Great. Who is the intended audience?
Right.
Because it's not, the message is not for all. While all can be on monthly neighborhood nurture, because it has to do with them, has to do with the neighborhood, has to do the areas in which they live to keep people curious in real estate and what's going on in their world. But I need you guys to think about the message you're sending, and is this the message? Because one-off smart plans are wonderful for things like events. But what we've noticed through tracking and emails is that agents get the highest number of unsubscribed and marked as spam when it is newsletters they are writing that do not match the message of the person across from them, right? So if I get your email and I don't have kids and all you're talking about is family things and things to do, you've missed it with me. So I'm going to unsubscribe from that. But the amount of people who unsubscribe from monthly neighborhood nurtures is almost nil. Like the I'll have to get the exact, but it's so low. And when working with a Rainmaker these past few months, we were able to show them that, hey, the only time people unsubscribe is when you create something. Nobody's unsubscribing from the monthly neighborhood nurtures. They're also clicking, they're replying, and they're definitely opening them, which is huge because it means we are staying top of mind. So let's make a smart plan. When you're in the Smart Plans library on your My Smart Plans, you can click Create, you name it, and then you're able to set all these actions. Oops, I already have one. Test 1, 2, 3. And if something's already named that, it's going to tell you, which was great.
Yeah. Kind of can't get in trouble with it.
Kind of can't get in trouble. So most of the time it's an email. So you're going to click Send Email. What do you want the subject line to be? Now here's my favorite part. Emails don't have to be pretty. Ugly gets opens.
Yes.
I'm going to say it again for the people in the back of the room. Ugly gets opens, and here's why. Most phones only show you text. And when you write it in here or you write it somewhere else and copy and paste it, you can still put links. You can still put information. But what we're trying to do is get them forward. So if you have market minutes you want to post or market updates, Awesome. Put it on your business Facebook and then link to it. Monday's stats are up on our Facebook. Don't forget to like us when you're there. And then all you need for legal signature in your state.
Yep.
Right? So now I'm giving them a reason to click and move forward. I'm not barfing everything in a single email that they're not going to read. Now you're going to know who's truly interested in the things you're sending, and it's simple. But here's where the magic of smart plans happens. Set a delay, and then you can do things like put them on another smart plan, like monthly neighborhood nurture. Or you can create a task that you need to do something, or if you're on a team, you can create it so that the contact assignee has to do it.
Right.
This is the magic of smart plans to make you more human more often. Something goes out to them that could be automated, then you're doing something with the human touch to follow it up with your voice, your text, two-way messaging somehow. You're posting something. Then you can make this so that it repeats, or you can keep delaying. Then I want to call them. Then I want to delay, and I want to send them a text.
Yep.
Right? What is it you want to do? And then also priority levels will start to come in. There are so many ways to use smart plans. You could also use it so that you remember to ask for things. You remember to do things. Smart plans are a way to keep your promises that you made in communication when you first started working with the clients, and just making sure that the life cycle of the relationship moves smoothly forward and then restarts to keep those people in our world.
Absolutely. So let's, and I just want to back two things. That number one, if it's a pretty email, I usually delete it because I know they're trying to sell me something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just me.
Yep, that's me too. I know when something's automated.
Right. So that's number one. And number two is all of those tools and resources come with the CRM system called Command.
They do.
You're not paying additional.
Mm-mm.
And if you need to upgrade above the 5,000 for a month, you have the ability to do that.
You do. But if you are a solo agent, you are new into this world, you have less than 800 people in your database, let's talk about that usage, because that means you may be over messaging or not hitting the mark. So have that conversation with leadership, with your market center tech trainer. Let's worry about tags. Let's make sure that you are curating and using the tools that exist to get the message that matters to the person on the other side of the email, opening it and reading it, so that I know as your clients, you care about me. You know what I value, and you're interested in our relationship.
Absolutely. So what I'm hearing you saying, whether you're a brand new agent that just added people to Command, you're a solo agent that's making it happen, or a team that's using all of these resources, it's time to look at Command and smart plans and what it could do for you. And if you have questions, reach out to your market center tech trainer, your productivity coach, your team leaders. They all have the information to get you moving forward.
Absolutely. And when we post this internally for our KW New England friends, I'm also going to include the link to smart plans. Yep. So you can watch the smaller videos, so you can see to make sure your marketing profile is set up correctly, and some other best practices. I'm also going to give you guys a link to my Don't Be Spammy notebook that gives you all the tips and tricks on how to make sure that people get your emails and that you stay out of spam jail.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we're going to start doing this a little bit more because the market is changing. We know that it's moving from a speed market to a skill-based market and an action market. And the person who is in relationship is the agent that's going to win. And we want that agent to be you.
Absolutely. Start small. Put people on quarterly call plans after you speak to them. Start with those birthday and anniversary home smart plans that KW wrote. Only use the KW ones for that. And put yourself in command with your personal email and send yourself everything you would send your client so you know what it looks like and how they're going to interact with those smart plants so you can see what happens.
All right, my friend. Thank you for taking time. I feel like
Absolutely.
this is valuable in my opinion. I learned stuff.
Myth busted with
Yes.
smart plans. Use smart plans, not email campaigns.
Absolutely. All right. See you next time.
See you.